All right. So, got a few people in my inbox asking what was I using at the competition that I shot this past weekend. So, this right here, I call it my I call it my holy grail because this is a rifle that my most expensive rifle. This is the one that has taken me the longest to build. And what got me into wanting this rifle was I saw the movie Saving Captain Phillips. And at the end of this, towards the end of the movie, spoiler if anyone hadn't seen this, pretty good movie. And at the end of towards the end, I guess SEAL team or Delta team, whichever one it was, they had the HK-417s, which is pretty much like this. And that's what they used to save Captain Phillips at the end. And I was like, you know what? I want one of them things so bad. And at the brink of COVID 2020, I purchased this from my local gun store, Rifle Gear. At the time, they were in Plano. Now they moved to the Colony. Great customer service. Great place. I am so thankful for everyone that works there and have worked there. Great group of people. I made a lot of friendships on the way. Some of those guys that left, I'm still in contact with. Just perfect place, and the range is like awesome. Granted, it's like 2 lights from me, but yeah. And so I went in to purchase it, and at the time, all this was black. I didn't have this. Granted, I didn't have any of the accessories on it. I didn't have this, and I didn't have this rail. It came all black. Oh, and it's calcinet. It came all black with the HK, infamous HK key mod rail. I think I had that rail in there for like maybe 2 or 3 days. And I went on HK Parts and got a quad rail that came out to the length. They came out to the length of like right here. And when a buddy of mine was like, yo, check out the Army's SDMR. And I looked at it, I was like, yo, I want that. But at the time, like I say, brink of COVID, everything was super high priced. I knew I had to start somewhere. So I was like, you know what? If I get the rail, it's going to force me to start this build. So I sourced out this rail. It's the Geisley HK 417 or MR762 rail. I sourced that out. And like I say, brink of COVID. Normally this rail is like maybe $600, 5 and some change with the blim. I ended up finding this rail for like almost $1,000 because they upcharge with everything that's going on. Oh, as you can see, I am empty, chamber clear, for those who get very anal about that. But yeah, I sourced this rail out. And when I did, I was like, all right, I want to start the build. And I sat on this rail for like a couple months. And I saw this guy on YouTube called Guns and Ammos. I think I'm saying the name right. He had a MR762, and he sent it out to Engage Armament. And they did all the Cerakote anodized, whichever one it is. Did the laser engrave, and as you see, this right here has the M110 A1, which is like what the Army used. And I got the serial number to match the upper and lower. And I had to source out this calcium nut because the other one has a thin calcium nut, and on the SDMR and the actual M110, they had the extended calcium nut. And I did that, had to source out this trigger guard, which this is not the correct color for this trigger guard. As you see, that it's supposed to be Rally 1000. That is nowhere near Rally 1000, but I'm like, nah, I don't care. Not too much big on it, but I may send it off to get redone. I don't know. And So when I sent it out to Engage Armament, they had a little issue. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. When doing this capsule nut, you pretty much have to screw it all the way back. And when they was trying to screw it all the way back, this lip right here was a little further, so they had to grind that down in order to get it on there. And I'm like, hey, dude, do whatever you need to do. I don't care. I know you guys are gonna do a perfect job in the end. Just do what you need to do. So they did that, got it all done. And at the time when they sent it back, I was running a Knife Force 2.5 to 20 30 mil tube. I didn't have my full power pack. I didn't have my Surefire KF2 on it, and I had to outsource this. I had to outsource this contract overrun Huxwork can. No, OSS. I think it was OSS at the time before they became Huxwork. And so when I did that, I was like, yep, I am trying my best to be almost clone correct, but not exactly clone correct. And over time, this gun has seen many configurations. I did have a 1-8 on it. I did do a 4-16 on it. From my 1-8 was a Chicom Credo 1-8. My 4-16 was a Arc and Optic, great scope. And I ended up going the 3-18 route because I like how short the optic is. I think this is 11 inches in, 11 inches. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 11 something inches, almost 12. And I'm like, all right, cool. Keep it compact. That way I still have space up here when I get my IR device. I mean, not IR, my thermal. I will move this forward, probably move my switch somewhere else. But yeah, so a little bit more specs about it. Actually, I just bought this stock like maybe, I don't know, I need to tighten that up, maybe like a month ago. It sucks it doesn't have any, it doesn't have any like QD points on it, so I am using this strip paracord. May redo the paracord in case it comes off, at least put one on that side to have a backup. But I am running this whole barrel is a 16.5 inch barrel with the Huxworth, with the OSS 762 flash hider, I believe. I'm running a full power pack, my KF2, my Unity Axon switch, which is all right. It's not like that, all that. I really wanted Unity taps. I am running a old Loophole Mark 6 3-18 with the 44 mil objective lens. It's sitting a Badger Condition 1 mount, 34. I think it's a 1.7 mount. Thinking about it, I may switch it out and go 1.9. I may go 1.9 mount with a I can't remember what this called. It's a mini diving board. They do, as you see, it fits like very flush on it, right up under my 100 Concept scope cover. They do have one that sits higher. I may end up getting that because I do want to put a Tango Fire 4000 on it for rangefinder. Let's see. I mean, I do have the 100 Concept scope cover for the back, but I took it off because I want to at least just boom, pop that open and I'm good to go. The optic is great. Only thing that sucks about it is a TMR reticle, so it just like straight up and down, left and right. I don't have any Christmas tree holes, which I really like to hold. Let me zero this out. And another thing that sucks on it, but this is normal wear and tear. The trying to adjust this, it is very, very tough, very tough. I pretty much have to get a towel or something to twist it. I'm probably gonna send that in to get redone. and my parallax is a little messed up as well. During the match, I kept it at 100, and I was able to see all the way out to like our furthest distance. I think it was like a little over 600, I believe. Could be mistaken. But yeah, I mean, the gun itself, she is very, very heavy. At the end of the day, loaded, I want to say she's close to 17 pounds loaded. Unloaded, maybe 16 and some change. And there is one little small issue that I have. Well, actually two issues I have with this gun. One, every now and then when I'm shooting, I get the bolt. I'm not sure what it is. I know SAS 110 SAS Actual, he did a video on this. The bolt will strip a piece of the brass off to the point where it's stuck in there, and I have to get a rod and like fish the brass out. It happens every now and then, and during the match, I was just praying. I'm like, dude, I am under time. Please do not let this bolt strip a piece of brass off the casing. Let me see if I can. I have to find a piece, but yeah, it will strip the brass off, and yeah, and there it goes. There's my malfunction. No matter how much I pull my charger handle back, it just would not grab onto that piece of brass, and pretty much this weapon is deadline until I put a piece of God rod through it and push it out. Another thing that I wish I can change on it, I just have to find which will work with it. This rifle is like super, super great. No slop, no wobble. And these little pivot pins, takedown pins, front and rear, they have a notch in them. So it's a very particular tool you have to use to push in that notch in order to take this thing down. That's another thing. That is my huge con right there, is just these pivot pins. If I can get regular pivot pins and at least still keep a little bit of tightness to it, to where it's not like overly moving. If you grab your top and bottom and like kind of like squeeze back and forward opposite direction, you can feel a little slop in it, but this, nothing at all. That is my huge con with this rifle. Huge con. I know my regular 416s, I took those pins out and put regular pins, and yeah, I don't really care about the wobble. To me, it's a personal preference, but when it's time to take this thing down in a rush, that's where my issue comes in at. And to put them back together, you got like push it halfway, push the little pin in, and then like push it in some more. I do love how I can take this down with these two little set screws right here. Pull this whole handguard off. I can easily access my piston rod, since this is a piston gun. I love piston guns. Everyone always say like, dude, why you choose piston? Well, my personal preference. It doesn't get my gun all dirty. I know this is dirty. I can see the little oil. Let's see. Clean finger. Let's see. And I haven't cleaned this thing since I shot that match, and I probably shot like maybe 150 rounds. So out of 150 rounds during the match yesterday, that's how dirty it is, which is not dirty at all. I can run like another maybe 400 to 500 rounds in this thing, and it'll probably be a little bit more dirty than that. So I love to run my guns extremely hard to see all the condition it can take. Some people just run their guns a little bit, throw it in the safe, and like, okay, it's good. No, I run mine hard. The gunsmiths at Rifle Gear love to see me come in. And when they see me come in and I'm smiling, they know I've excuse my language, they know I fucked up on something. And my favorite line to say is, I did not do it, when clearly I did it. They're like, Eugene, what'd you do this time? See, it wasn't my fault. Okay, just listen, hear me out. But yeah, I run out my guns hard. I mean, how else would you know what works and what don't work? But yeah, I think this is the configuration I'm going to keep it in. I don't know if I may switch this out to a Mark V 3.5 to 3.6 to 18. Pretty much the same thing. With instead of a 34 mil tube, it's a 35 mil tube. But the only thing is, the mounts only come in one height, which is a 1.5, and I want a 1.7 or 1.9. So I'm thinking about it. I may do it. If I get it and I don't like it, I'll just probably sell the optic or save the optic. Okay, save the optic for my SR25 cartel build. I'm hopefully gonna start doing soon. But yeah, this is my holy grail. When people ask me the price, they're like, dude, what's the price of all this, this rifle? And I'm like, all right, I did this. Oh, it took 4 years to get done. And like I say, the rail was like almost $1,000. The can cost me about $1,000. After it being actually a little over $1,000, after it being shipped, transfer fee, tax stamp, probably sitting at like $1,100 with that. To have all of this Cerakoted and done from Engaged Armament, that was, and with 5 mags, that was like maybe $900. The optic at the time I had on it, the 2.5 to 20 Night Force, was almost $2,000. The full power pet cost me like $1,600. The gun bear at the time, after taxes, was close to $5,000, I believe. And little Harris bipod, I think that was maybe the Harris bipod at the time was like, it's like $80 to $100. The ADM mount was like $80, probably less than that, maybe. The flash hider was like $100. This stock right here cost me like $5. The mount itself, without the diving board and this little attachment here, the mount itself was like $3 something. This mount cost me like $100. This diving board cost me like $80. This throw lever, which it didn't come with it, it cost me about maybe $20. The 100 concept scope caps, both of them together, front and rear, cost me like $1 and some change. Extended calcium nut was like $100. This was like maybe $60. And yeah, the light was like $3 and some change. I had to buy this little piece right here, which was like maybe $50. So yeah, I mean, with this gun, the prices on it went up very, very fast. But at the end of the day, this is my holy grail. And I'm on the fence about selling it. And I'm just like, it's like I want to sell it, but I don't want to sell it, because it took me so long, and this was the rifle that I've always wanted. But yeah, so this is where I was shooting in my comp. The next one I'll do, I may have this same optic on it, but I'm definitely gonna shoot this again, because at the distance we were shooting and with the wind, my 178 grain EOD X was just slicing straight through that. Granted, the velocity wasn't that great at 2390 average. Going a little slow, but it was slicing through that. Yeah, 1 in 12 twist barrel. So everyone likes it, but they say it's heavy. I'm like, hey, that's all we have the gym, right? So again, this is my Holy Grail rifle. So this is what I shot during my comp. Yep. If you have any more questions, I mean, feel free to hit me up. I can answer them as best of my knowledge as I can. Appreciate you.